Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. Mithali Raj, who needs no introduction, and I'm very sure every one of you heard this name. Fantastic women cricketer of India, and she achieved a great and wonderful milestone, and she became the first Indian woman cricketer to score 10,000 runs in international cricket. And as you know, she entered into the cricket in the year 1999, and since then she is continuing. Currently, there is a one day series that is going on between South Africa and India. So during this third one day, she achieved this brilliant and marvelous feat. So this is really a wonderful moment for India. But kindly remember, as far as the entire world is concerned, Mithali Raj is the second woman to achieve this. She is the first Indian woman cricketer, but she is the second woman cricketer at the international level. So I'll tell you the name of the person. She was the former captain of England. She was the first person to achieve this. Charlotte Edwards. Charlotte Edwards was the first woman cricketer to achieve this feat, and at the international level, Mithali Raj is the second. But as far as India is concerned, Mithali Raj is the first Indian woman cricketer to achieve this feat. Please remember this. Next, we'll be discussing regarding prompt corrective action. PCA, prompt corrective action. What exactly is this? This is a mechanism, this is a framework that has been introduced by Reserve Bank of India in the year 2002. In the year 2002. But what is this prompt corrective action? Basically, what happens, in many classes, right? Earlier, we have discussed regarding a concept called non-performing assets, NPAs. So, this is the money of a bank that goes out and that will not come back. Obviously, that is a very critical and dangerous situation to a bank, and the banks will run into losses. So this is what we read and hear every time from the banks. Now, under this particular mechanism of PCA, you can identify the bank which is running into this more NPAs. So you can identify and make some corrective measures. So with that intention, this particular concept has been introduced by RBI in the year 2002. But even after that one, we are hearing that many banks are running into losses. Fine. So, and I am going to show you the points for today, and we'll have a detailed discussion on this. Look at this. So, the first question on the screen: agricultural and processed food products. Agricultural and processed food products. Export Development Authority functions under. Three ministries have been given here. One is Ministry of Agriculture. Second one is Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. No. Option C, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. That is the correct answer. Kindly remember, earlier also I have shown you many questions like this. Alright? And these are all the possible questions that will be asked in the examination. We don't know which question will be asked exactly. That is the reason why, as far as possible, in a wide range if you prepare, then most of the questions will be appearing in the examination. Next, if you look at this, Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, APEDA, is an apex export trade promotion body. It was set up by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry under a Parliament Act in the year 1985, and it came into effect on February 13th, 1986. Next, look at this. Another very important one, joint military exercise. Many times we have discussed regarding joint military exercises. Again, one more has come into picture. This is called DUSTLIC. Is the name of a joint military exercise between India and, right? So India and Saudi Arabia, Uzbekistan, UAE or UK. Please remember it is option B. This is the correct answer. So this is between India and Uzbekistan. Next, have a look at this. We'll be moving ahead. Look at this. So these are the points related to the same thing. You can just have a look at this. Okay. Next, this is what I have discussed with you earlier. In which year RBI introduced prompt corrective action? Right? 2000, 2002, 2004 or 2006? As I told you, answer is option B, that is 2002. Right? Look at this. So this is important one. Prompt corrective action is a framework under which the banks with weak financial metrics, only those banks with weak financial metrics, are kept under regulation by the central bank. It was introduced in the year 2002. It is a structured early intervention mechanism. Don't wait for a long period of time. RBI will intervene as early as possible, which are having poor asset quality or vulnerable because of the losses. So they might have the poor asset quality or they are vulnerable to losses. So those will be identified and RBI will intervene. Look at this. Recently, RBI has removed IDBI from the prompt corrective action framework, which is the enhanced regulatory supervision of RBI. Some more points are there with respect to the same important. I am going to show you now. Look at this. Look at this. The prompt corrective action was launched with the aim of checking the issue of NPAs. Very, very, very important. You know what are NPAs. Now you are coming to know what is the meaning of PCA, right? And NPAs in the banking sector. It seeks to help and give alerts to the regulator, investors and depositors when the bank is in or is moving into trouble. Fine. So if it is moving into trouble, corrective measures must be taken. It will try to solve the problem before it turns into crisis. Prevention is better than cure. So the framework helps in monitoring the key performance indicators of the banks and restoring the financial health of the bank. Very, very important one. If you don't restore the financial health, the banks will run into complete trouble. It is not just that bank, large number of people have deposited their money into the banks and all the people will run into troubles. Very important. This framework, another important point. So whatever the framework we are discussing, the so-called PCA, this is applicable only to commercial banks, not to all the banks. Clear? This is applicable only to commercial banks, but it is not applicable to cooperative banks and NBFCs, non-banking financial companies. They are not covered under this particular framework. Clear? So another possible question, to which bank this PCA is applicable? That is applicable only for commercial banks, not for cooperative banks and not for NBFCs. Next, look at this, another important one. Headquarters of World Intellectual Property Organization is located, WIPO, right? Hope you remember in the year 2019 we have discussed about this institution. Paris, Geneva, Rome or Berlin, and the answer is option B, that is Geneva, right? Look at this. WIPO is one of the 15 specialized agencies of the United Nations. It was created in the year 1967. Why? To encourage creative activity and to promote the protection of intellectual property throughout the world. And the headquarters is located in Geneva. Geneva is a place in Switzerland. Fine. So that's all about the current affairs. And I'll see you in the next class. Till then, I wish you all a very, very, very good luck and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much.